Hey, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Am I reading your story? Let's find out. I hope you're doing well. It's really great to see everyone. I have no idea where to look in here. So, if you've never been here before, I tell stories. I use the cards to interpret the energy I'm getting, the downloads I'm getting, the feelings I'm getting about the collective, and I tell a story. Instead of just reading straight from the card, instead of going, here's the Hermit, you're going within. You're looking within to your own internal light. You're following your own internal light. I look at this and go, what am I feeling about this card? What do I feel is coming in? I feel that you are choosing to follow your own light, follow your heart with this green energy. You're not staying in one location though to do this. You're seeing that you need to venture into your own realm. And look, here's three little mice. And to me, that can be like the three blind mice. That's interesting that I've never seen that in this card. So let me see what else I get. And then at the bottom of this deck, here we have the Magician. And the Magician is also in green. It's very flowy energy. It's under the water. So that means that's about the emotions. So the Hermit is an Earth card. That's Virgo. And the Magician, I do not know what the Magician is. But I think it's, in this card, I'm getting a lot of fire and water. So I don't know if that actually has anything to do with it. But also the Magician is 1 and the Hermit is 9. So there's this spread here. And they're kind of like back to back here. So you're going within. I definitely, going below the surface. Oh, that's really cool. Underneath the Hermit is the Wheel of Fortune. And I was talking about life. Your life. You're choosing to direct your life in a way that really deals with your heart, your emotions in the 3D world. Again, we have more green energy. So that's that heart space. Let's see what else we've got. And I was talking about those three blind mice. Also, it also reminds me, it reminds me of in Cinderella, where the little mice came and it was also the carriage. So let's see what else we've got here. So I'm using two decks that I put together. I'm using the Earth Witch Tarot and the Mermaid Tarot. So I thought that would be kind of cool because we have like earth and water. And the funny thing is sometimes, like this is the Witch Gardens Tarot, and she's in the water. So I think that's cool. There's a lot of cards here, and this here, she's on the water, and there's a full moon here. So something just happened with the full moon energy. It moved you out of this kind of unsure, logical information. Like your feelings were more hidden. You weren't speaking your truth. You were trying to be so fair that you were kind of like stuck in the middle. You couldn't move forward, and everything was kind of concealed. Then you started moving towards your heart energy. You started really like taking that on as your movement. I'm wearing green today. I think I didn't realize that. And so here is the moon, but see how big the moon here is? And the moon is always about hidden or undisclosed energy. So here you're moving away from that feeling. You're moving towards calmer waters. And I have no idea. I'm just going to do my best to look wherever I need to look. When I was preparing for this, I kept getting the 7 of Pentacles. And here we have a tarot spread. So that's kind of interesting. So maybe we should go more in that direction. See, we'll use this tarot spread and I'll just decide what the different meanings are. And then you have the 2 of Swords here. So it's kind of like a battle of the truth here. Like with this blue energy, we were talking about suppressed or hidden truth, a truth that needed to come to light. And you were kind of like at a stalemate. Like here's this crossing. You were at a crossing. Yeah, definitely. And now you're at this place where you're figuring out how things are going to work. You're studying it. You're like, yes, I'm having success. Moving away from that energy into this green abundance. And this is orange, which is sacral. And then you have these pentacles, which are yellow, the solar plexus. So bringing all that, using the fire, the passion within us to manifest you from our heart space, manifesting through the solar plexus. And even, with the moon here, it's more yellow. So by moving away from this battle, this constant tension, you're going, like everybody go to their separate corners. We're going to just, have things be calm, and you were standing in the light. And so let's see, let's get some cards in this pattern and see what we get added to the story. Okay. So there are, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Ooh. Okay, and there are the decks in the middle. So let's see what we get. That was the sound bowl. Oh yeah, maybe we should, before we do that, this is my beautiful singing bowl. I love this so much. It's so beautiful. Some of you have seen it before. So we're gonna get some music. And it's funny because I was considering that the north, and I don't think it is, but that hit a lot harder. So we're being asked to go towards our north node. If you don't know what your north node is, maybe you should look it up. Maybe that's a sign. So yeah. My north node is in Libra. My south node is in Aries. So I'm very quick to, respond. I'm very quick to go in that direction, that Aries energy. It's very passionate. It's very fiery. It's funny because I'm an Aquarius. But my south node definitely helps me be a little more fiery than people expect. But my south node my north node is in Libra. So I'm supposed to go in more of an analytical or calm justice sort of energy. And I struggle with that. I'm very reactionary. Okay, let's see. And I've been getting a lot of towers, and I don't see the tower as a bad thing. So I don't know if I can show you guys. I don't want to mess up everything. Here. Well, I don't think we can see it very well, but there's the deck. There's the spread. So let's see what it says. Okay. And I'm just trying this out because this is a completely different camera angle. So the first card I got at the outer place, which I will count right here, is the 8 of Pentacles. And this is coming together. This is working on things. This looks like a community coming together to create. I've been coming up with this idea with a friend of mine called Bartertown. And I live on an island, so using our resources and kind of like using not normal currency, but bartering to exchange goods. And I thought that would be really cool. It's kind of like that in here. And the next is the Queen of Pentacles. She's been coming up a lot. And here's the more of that green energy, more green energy. And this person's in blue, that truth coming in. The Pentacles bringing forth something. And then she has the pentacle on her abdomen, showing that she's giving birth to something, that she is gestating something. So it looks like you guys are working on something. I told you what I'm working on. That's just one of the things I'm working on. And then the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is all about getting together, collaboration, working together, celebration. And so what I see here is you're coming together with a group of people, a group of individuals, and working together to create something. It's going to be something that manifests in the 3D world. It's going to be a physical thing. This is going to be a celebratory thing. And like I said, it's going to include a lot of people. Right here we have the 8 and we have the 3, that's 11. So you might be seeing 11, 11. And then we had the Queen. So this is interesting. We have the 8 of Pentacles, then the Queen of Pentacles. So that's to clarify, which is really cool. This is saying that you will have success bringing this into the 3D world as long as you work collaboratively with others. Then it's followed by the 3 of Cups, followed by the Queen of Cups. So the 3 of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Cups. And so this is saying that you are showing up as the Queen of Pentacles in the situation of working together with the community. Talking very fast. And in this celebration, you are showing up as the Queen of Cups, a very balanced, lovely energy, wonderful energy. And I just saw a squirrel from another tarot reader drinking out of their fountain. And I see this squirrel's like, ooh, can I have some of your water? And the snake's there. So there's a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of connection going on. And then the 10 of Wands, which I actually like the 10 of Wands a lot. It, to me, talks about, you know, working hard. I mean, look at her. She does not look like she's burdened. She looks like she's carrying the light forward. I really like that. She's like left her comfort to move into helping others. And a lot of this is about working together with people. The next card I got for you guys was the Tower. And what I like about this Tower, see, not everybody likes the towers. I like this because if you look at this, see here, the structure of your system, the root of you is collapsing, but it's collapsing into your heart space. So the things that no longer fit into this heart space energy are leaving, and you are willing to leave. See how she's gone away from this house. Leave because she knows she has this inner wisdom with the fox here. And so she's bringing that forward. She's even got her child here. She doesn't look burdened at all. She's got all the medicines. She's lighting the way through the tunnel. And see, when things fall sometimes, maybe that truth that you're bringing in, that new light, is actually breaking down structures. That's pretty amazing, because when we change and move from we move from a very analytical space or a fiery space to that heart space, it does have a habit of breaking structures. And then the last card I got in this was the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups is about making sure that you're not spending. You can look in your rear view mirror, but don't spend too much time there. Think about that. If you're driving a car and you look in the rear view mirror too long, you'll get in an accident for what's in front of you. But you'll also miss something. What if you don't get in an accident? You just don't see this opportunity. And this 2 of Cups means a relationship, in my opinion. There's a lot of indications that there's a relationship coming in for you guys. Oh yeah, see? And then with the Sun card in the center. And I like this because when we got the Moon getting ready for this. And so now things are coming out of the unseen and they're coming to light with very balanced new energy. See, the duality here is, you know, they're on separate islands. They're on separate land masses. They're not together. They look very similar. They're like mirror images, but they can never get close. And in here, they're coming together. See the 2 birds? So you might be getting into a relationship. You might be making stronger ties than before. And this is going to lead to the death of situations that do not serve you. So I really like that. I mean, the indication at the beginning was you were working and seeing what works from your vantage point. So what I want to say to you guys is I really love you guys. I love this channel. I think that what we're doing is so incredible, and I think you're incredible. I think you're an incredible group of people, and I miss you guys. And you know, if you can, like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that little notification, and most importantly, come back. Enjoy the story. Enjoy what we create together. You know, this foundation that we're creating together. Look at that. I mean, the moon can be such a beautiful illumination. It can be one of the most special times of our lives. It doesn't have to be just like, you know, just a sign that things are divided, but it can also bring them together. See, here we've got the moon and they're divided, but in this card, the moon is illuminating the connection. It's providing light. And so I like that. I like to end like that. I like to end with some kind of message of duality, that everything is not as it seems. Something that may be happening. Oh my gosh. And then I split the deck again. Here's the 4 of Wands from each deck. And those birds coming together, just like in the Sun card. I don't know what I did with it, but in the Sun card, those 2 birds were coming together. So I definitely see a relationship. It may be a friendship. It may be romantic. I don't know. That'll really depend on what you want. But whatever it is, it'll be fair and balanced. So trust yourself. Trust that if it feels protective or symbiotic, really trust yourself when any relationship comes in. I want you guys, before you even think to ask me or come to me for an answer or any other reader, that I want you to just sit with the question you have and see what comes. And you don't have to accept that as your final answer, but you should at least have your own answer before you ask anyone else, because you know the situation better than anyone. You know it. There's somewhere inside of you that knows it. Oh my gosh, I split it again. It's the Four of Wands. Yes, like trust yourself, and that will build something strong. That'll tie the two pieces of who you are. I mean, this could all be about you, because I think you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself to see clearly, so you ask those around you. But you need to trust that you know the truth, that when you speak, it's coming from a very centered place, because you've worked really hard. This is the card we got in the first part of this spread. And this is about coming together, being that Queen of Pentacles. You're going to get so good at this that you're going to be able to teach. You're going to be able to manifest these things in other people's lives. So anyway, I'm probably not going to even look at the right place, but I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.